Dear students, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to discuss anatomy of human eye. This is one of the topics in Matric Biology, so I hope that you will find it useful. Let's start the video. Well, first thing first is introduction to human eye. As you all know that human eye is a sensory organ. What does it sense? It just senses the light. It perceives light, its color, the depth of the object. So it helps you to visualize the object. So function is it helps in vision. If you consider the size of your eyes, then it is about 2.3 centimeter in diameter. And if you consider its shape, then its shape is somewhat spherical, ball-like. Well, coming to the detailed structure of human eye, but before moving towards that, I just want you to imagine that your eye is basically a very sensitive organ. If it is hurt, then you will be deprived of a very important blessing, that is vision. So eyes are protected inside a bony socket or the eye orbit, which is meant for its protection. And if you consider the outer structures that are giving protection to your eyes, then these are eyelids and eyelashes. Eyelids are just enabling your eyes to just protect from any sort of danger, high intensity of light, or any other object that could enter your eye. And eyelashes, on the other hand, they are also meant for protection. They are trapping the dust particles or other germs, so they don't allow them to enter your delicate eyes. And these eyebrows are also giving you protection. So these were the protective structures that are protecting your eye. So if you consider your eyes, then your eyes are basically formed with the help of three layers. The outermost is sclera, the middle one is choroid, and the innermost is retina. Starting from the sclera has got the ocular muscles, and there are 6 different types of ocular muscles which are actually helping in the movement of the eyes. Okay, if you look at your sclera, this is the toughest outermost layer which is meant for protection of the eye's internal structure. This sclera is modifying into a transparent portion, and this is known as cornea. You know that light needs transparent medium to travel. So cornea, being transparent in nature, it allows the light rays to pass through various structures of the eye. I hope that you've got it. Okay, so behind this we are having another layer. We are having choroid. Choroid is basically pigmented, and the vascular layer, this is meant for nutrition to the retina. And if you look at its interior part, then it is the iris. Iris is the colored part of the eye, and this is basically the muscle. So if you look at its center, then it has got a hole which is known as pupil, and this pupil allows the light rays that are coming from the cornea and passing different media. These are just, this pupil is actually helping the light rays to direct towards the lens which is lying behind it. So behind this iris we are having the lens. Okay, so lens is biconvex crystalline structure which is basically connected to the ciliary body with the help of suspensory ligaments, and these ciliary muscles, they are helping the lens to move, because lens has to adjust according to the intensity of light, its position, so that it allows the light rays to go and form the image on the retina. I hope that you understood it. If you consider this lens as a central part, then in front of the lens there is a chamber which is known as aqueous chamber. This is the anterior chamber, and behind the lens we are having the bigger chamber which is known as the vitreous chamber, and is filled with vitreous humor. So aqueous chamber, as the name suggests, aqueous is coming from aqua, and aqua means water. So this is basically minimizing the friction, this is reducing the friction, and this is also helping in helping the light rays to travel and to pass the pupil and then to the lens and then enter the vitreous chamber and then to the retina. So this is it, and this is also maintaining the ocular pressure. So this is most important, because in order to provide the lens we need certain protection. So there are so many structures that are giving protections. One of them is aqueous humor too, which is filled in the aqueous chamber. Now, if you consider behind the lens area, then this is vitreous chamber. Vitreous means glassy. So this is basically a gel-like fluid which is having fibers and they are attaching to the retina. So this vitreous chamber is basically maintaining the whole shape of the eyeball. Okay. So beside this, this is also performing other functions, like it is adjusting the pressure, intraocular pressure, and it is also protecting the retina, which is a sensitive layer. And now I'm going to discuss the retina. So retina, it is the innermost layer, which is basically supplied with the rods and cone cells. These are basically the photoreceptors. Rod cells are of rod shaped and they are sensitive to dim light. Okay. And cone cells, they are sensitive to bright light and they're meant for the colored vision. The central area of the retina is basically the fovea centralis, and this is basically meant for the sharper vision that you require when you're writing, when you're focusing something, when you're driving, etc. So here, this part is the retina, and there is a portion, there's a junction between the optic nerve and the retina, which is termed as the blind spot. This area, this fovea, is basically the yellow spot, and there is an area on the retina which doesn't bear any sorts of rods or cone cells. So this is the area known as the blind spot. So blind spot is the area from where the optic nerve is getting its way, and then this optic nerve is moving towards the brain, and from brain it gets a message, and then you get the image on the retina. Basically, these rods and cone cells, they are just getting the light signal, the stimulus of light, and then they are processing these light signals, and they are just transforming it into the nerve impulses, which are carried with the help of the optic nerve to the brain, and on the brain's order, that is with the help of the optical center, the image is formed on your retina so that you are able to see. How do you see? Let me explain to you. Suppose this is basically an object. You know that this is a green leaf. So the light rays that are hitting this leaf, so they are reflected. Okay, they are reflected and they're directed towards the eye. They are passing through the cornea, then they are moving towards the lens, and then they are adjusted. Actually, when the light travels through your eyes, then it is reflected to different angles, so that the proper image is formed on the retina, because you are having first medium cornea, then it is moving towards the aqueous humor, then it is passing through the lens, and then it's moving towards the vitreous chamber, that is also adjusting the angle, and then the image is finally formed on the retina. So here you can see it is the inverted image. This is the real image, and then the signals that are actually processed with the help of the rods and cone cells. So they just turn on this light signal into the nerve impulse that is brought with the help of the optic nerve, and optic nerve takes it to the optical center. Your brain orders, like your brain generates a command, and the image is formed on your retina, so you're able to see this leaf. So this is basically actually working on the principle of the camera. I hope that you understood it, the structure of the eye and the functioning of the eye. If you have any question, feel free to ask in the comment. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and share it in a circle. Stay tuned. I will see you in some other informative video with some other informative topic. Till then, take care.